Alois Ojore, so that you know you're not being addressed by a quack. I was born 66 years ago in Kisumu, somewhere near Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria is the second largest freshwater lake in the world after Lake Michigan in the United States. I did my primary school there many years ago. In 1975, I joined the seminary to train to be a Catholic priest for the Archdiocese of Kisumu. So I went to St. Peter's Minor Seminary in Mugumu, Kakamega. I did Form 1, Form 5 there. Then I went to Tindinyo Junior Seminary. I did Form 5 and 6. Tindinyo Junior Seminary is now Matias Mulumba Major Seminary for the Bishops of Kenya. Thereafter, I went to Mabanga to the Senior Seminary to do philosophy. And thereafter, I came to St. Thomas Aquinas Major Seminary next to the Catholic University, just behind us here, to do theology. In the second year of theology, I decided to go back to the original religious congregation called the family. So I went home, I got married, I went to Siliva Teachers College to do a diploma in education. I finished that and then taught with the Teacher Service Commission for a year and came to the Catholic University to do a Bachelor of Education degree. We were the first students of prayer, lay students of prayer, 1990, when it was still CHIA, Catholic Higher Institute of Eastern Africa. So I did Bachelor of Education there, and when I finished, I was given scholarship by Cardinal Tomko, who is now dead. He was the prefect of the Congregation for Evangelization of the Peoples. He gave a scholarship to a few lay students, and I benefited from that to do a master's in African Studies at Kwea. After the master's there, I again went on and did another master's with the Jesuits at the Kema University College here in Nairobi. I did international relations and diplomacy, and after that, I got a scholarship to do a PhD in practical theology and human development in Cambridge, University of Cambridge. Where else would I go study? Yeah. I started teaching here in 1994. I'm actually preparing programs in the Institute for Social Transformation. It was called Institute of Social Ministry and Mission when Judith was an undergraduate student there. But now we are called Institute for Social Transformation. So in 1994, I was invited here to develop programs for that institute while I was still a master's student in Kwea. And then in 96, I started teaching here. So I've been teaching here since 1996. That's about 27 years or so. I think I'm the longest serving member of staff at Tangaza at the moment. I have seen it all. Ask your elders and they will tell you. I have been asked to talk about relationships because I have seen so many students come and go. And so I just want to start by telling you that I always admire and envy students who come to Tangaza University. I always admire the students who come here. Why? First, Tangaza is located in Nairobi, which has become a very important center for learning in Africa. The city of Nairobi hosts, at the moment, 63 universities and numerous colleges. So there will be so many conferences organized by various universities in this city. So you will have opportunities to have academic experiences of all sorts and relationships of all sorts with others who are not even here. Secondly, I envy you because you have come to Nairobi City, which is the third most important UN city in the world after New York and Geneva. Nairobi houses UNEP, UNICEF, and Habitat. Once you secure the card as a student of this university, you will have access to UN University at Gigiri. You can go there with your university card and you can access their library and read very rare documents and books, particularly those who will be writing papers and so on. You are lucky because you are in a city which is second to Rome in terms of concentration of religious houses. In fact, it's called the Vatican of Africa. There are so many religious congregations here, and every other weekend there will be a religious function taking place around here. Please don't attend all of them. You will have no time for other things. But a warning, Nairobi is also a very dangerous city, like all cities. So as new students coming into this country and this city, please get someone who knows Nairobi to take you around so that you do not get into trouble with our very smart boys and girls in the streets here. So despite the dangers of a city, you are privileged to come here because there will be all sorts of opportunities to enrich yourselves. There are diverse cross-cultural experiences that you're going to have here. I'm told there are more than 39 African countries represented at Tangaza, yes? 45 African countries. And then we have students from Madagascar, from the Philippines, from Italy, from France, from Spain, from Latin America. You are going to meet people from all walks of life. So this is a rare opportunity. Some of us, when we were in the seminaries, we were just boys, year in, year out. No. Now you come to a place where you're meeting people from across. Let me go to relationships. That was just a general introduction. And the first group of people I want to address are the religious in the house. For the many of you young men and women, and this morning I noticed that when members of the School of Theology were asked to rise, you were certainly the majority in here. And therefore, my words are for you. Those of you who are religious and preparing for ministry as future priests, you have a very rare chance to mix with men and women from different parts of the world in this college, this extraordinary university. You have a chance to learn things. You will be ordained and you will take your final vows after you will have been tested like gold in a furnace. I can assure you, religious students, there will be students here who don't care whether you want to be a priest or not. They will be looking for husbands. And my observation has been that some of the most handsome men go for religious life. And so some of these girls sitting around here will be pursuing you by all means. So each one of you will be expected to actually develop what I call strong individual personal ethics to guide you to cope with all these temptations that I'm sure you will meet here at our university. Many of you, before coming here, were protected by your convent walls and seminary walls, constantly being looked after by your formators, novice masters, and so on. That will not be here anymore. You will be alone to take care of yourself. So, faced with very many of these challenges, I want you to be on your guard, as you read in your prayers, because your enemy, the devil, is rolling around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. We are all vulnerable. None of us is not vulnerable. And so do not have too much confidence, overconfidence in yourself. You're a human being and you must not expose yourself to situations that will lead you to compromise your choice of life. I want to address religious students: do not waste time, too much time, under the tents. We have so many tents, you must have seen them around the fields and behind this building here, behind the hall. They are sitting places where sometimes I wonder whether students are really sharing academic ideas or whether they are discussing other issues of life. But don't waste too much time exposing your philosophy of life to your friend and reading less. For you religious people, do know Tangaza has some of the most educated religious women and religious men on this continent. We have some of the most educated men and women teaching here as professors. Make use of them during your time here at Tangaza. Let your relationships with your professors be that of respect. Let all your interactions lead to positive growth. The relationships we should build here should promote academic excellence. The president, the former, I think the current president of the Students Association at Tangaza did say that once you come here, you have entered an institution of excellence. And we do not want less excellence. The world needs excellent men and women, more so the African continent. So all your relationships should promote academic growth, social growth, spiritual growth, moral growth, and even cultural growth. As you will notice, sometime we will have Tangaza University Cultural Day. We take our African cultures very seriously here as well. The religious who are listening to me in this hall this afternoon on the 12th of August 2024 should know that the church in Africa needs intelligent religious men and women, people who are smart. It's not enough to walk around in a Roman collar or your cassock. That's not enough. Nowadays, we want to know what you are carrying above your shoulders. So we want smart priests, smart brothers, smart sisters. In the next 20 years, there will be more black faces in Rome, in the Vatican, to be precise. Are you prepared to take international offices? We want to train you for a global church. Wasting too much time over, socializing is not going to help us to have smart priests, smart sisters, smart brothers, and so on. Listen, the church has had enough ecclesiastical clowns, and we do not want to multiply their numbers. We do not want people who are going to play around the microphone, preaching gospels according to themselves. The church in Africa needs smart men and smart religious women. And you have come here to start that process so that the church in Africa will be portrayed as the church of John Chrysostom. Yes. The church of Augustine of Hippo. The church of St. Thomas Aquinas, Albertus Magnus, Karl Rahner, Charles Nyamiti. Yes. Laurenti Magesas, Benazet Bujo. Those giants of Africa. So theology students should have those as your models. Not wasting time here waiting for ordination, and then after you're ordained, you speak broken English as you're preaching the gospel to the world. The Holy Spirit will do nothing about your grammatical mistakes. The church of the third millennium is asking you to actually get up, to work hard, and prepare for serious ministry. So do not waste your time and get going in the process of your studies here. Do know that the world demands much. To those that much has been given, much will be required. Enough to the religious. Lay people who are listening to me in this hall. Tangaza started as theological center for the religious, TCR. And it is still largely that, because the largest school is the School of Theology, with those institutes that you heard about this morning. So the lay students who are here do know that even majority of the staff, as you saw here, top administration, are religious sisters and priests and religious brothers. So the lay people who have come to Tangaza have a rare occasion and opportunity to rub shoulders with religious men and women to help us learn our church much more. Let us not just be ordinary lay people like those you left at home, where lay is equal to ignorant. No. I want to challenge the lay pastors who have come here to study to really take up your studies seriously. The church also needs very smart laymen and lay women. So it is an opportunity to do this. There is also this important fact that because we are going to be meeting professors and fellow students who are religious here, dressing is very important, and even the language we use in our conversations on the corridors and the car parks, the language we use must be the language befitting a Catholic university, a Catholic institution such as Tangaza. So I want to appeal to our lay women, particularly, and laymen, to dress properly. I used to be a bit concerned when I taught in choir for 7 years before I came here full time. You know, guys coming to school with vests. You've seen, you know, like those American basketball players, that it is hot during summer, so a fellow comes with a vest, with the cap turned the other way around, with the hair riches, and they are walking around the corridor harassing women. That does not happen here. Ladies, please come modestly dressed. Do not come here dressed as if you want to go to the carnival, where there are carnivorous animals. Dress knowing that you are coming to an institution where you should be seen as a decent lady, not with a slit in the front and another slit at the back. So, please let us have healthy, respectful relationships and protect and respect Tangaza dressing code. In ISD where I work, I always encourage my students who are young to have a mother figure in class. Because sometimes some classes you have married women who are mothers, and they can continue to nurture young ones who are a bit confused. Because some of the students who are coming to start their first degree at the university are coming from institutions where there were bells rung for you to wake up. This is a university where you will have to make choices to come to class. So get a mentor. And if you can't get a mentor, we have counseling officers, and you saw we have very, very able men and women taking care of those officers. Let us not take advantage of anyone. Let us support one another. Let us hold each other's hands, one another's hands on this great academic journey that we have started. So I encourage lay people who are studying here, please do not try to imagine that religious students who are in the seminary are not normal men. They are normal men. So don't expose them to temptations. But please, if you discover in the process of 4 years that you are being called to Ojore's congregation, please cross over without giving the church a scandal. You are welcome to my congregation of the married. And you have the opportunity to make choices here. After 4 years, you have no excuse. By the time you will be lying flat to get those final blessings, you will have been tested like gold in a furnace, you know. So make your choices here. But let's not be deliberate. Relationship with your professors. We are your academic parents. We are not potential husbands, please. We are your academic parents. spiritual guides, like the dean of school, of the dean of students is a priest. There is nothing else we are looking for from you. All we want is to see you flourishing academically. You have smart men and women as professors here. Make use of us. Yes? Consult us. I am older than you in wisdom. That is why I'm standing here and you're sitting there. So consult us. And we help you to grow, to catch up and replace us. The way so many have replaced us. So let us have respectful relationships with our professors. With the Tangaza workers, we have, let me say this. I have traveled across the African continent. I can only compare Tangaza with universities in Europe where I studied. You must have seen, you must have walked into our toilets and you have seen how spotless they are. This is the only university I know where students and staff share common toilets. Please, we have health assistants in this university who toil each day to make sure that we use very clean rooms. I always, every time I walk into a toilet and I shut the door, I make sure that I flush and stand there and ensure that everything is gone before I leave. If I open the door and I find some smear, there is a brush there, and I will flush. There is, in fact, our toilets are, you flush, it stops, you flush again, it just flushes. So 30 seconds and the water is full. You have no excuse to deposit your debris, your rubbles, and your pebbles, and then you walk away. You have no excuse. If you have been using sheet hole where you came from, or big latrines, here we do not climb toilets. We don't climb. Sometimes you walk in a toilet and you find my tope on the seat. It tells you that some idiot was stepping on that. If you don't know how to use our toilets, ask for help. But you must always remember that someone is coming after you to use. So keep it clean. Flush, look back, make sure that when you come out, someone can walk in. Our toilets are so clean, you can be eating mandazi and doing it at the same time. So let's keep our workers, let us have relationships of responsibility, relationships of respect, because they labor each day to make this place very healthy and very nice. So let's have relationship of respect with our workers, no insults, no verbal attacks. Let us not be snobbish and arrogant and rude. It is not kind of attitude that is expected here. As I conclude, I just want to wish each one of you the best of time at this great university. It's a new university, but we have been around for very many years. Since 1986, I think, we have been around. So I just want to wish you all the best. Let us have relationships of love and care. Yeah, when you are told, when you find people who are trying to find their way, those who are challenged in different ways, you support them. Let us not be the downfall of another. It would be better if a large milestone were tied around your neck and you are taken to Lake Victoria, thrown into the sea, and you sink to the bottom if you become the standard for the other. So I want to leave you with those few remarks. I hope they have been few. May the Lord bless you. And if you still want to see me, I am currently the program leader of the master's programs in social transformation. We are in Imani House, first floor, just next to the School of Education. I want to wish you the very best. Thank you so very much.